One of the most radical changes to the Act structure is the treatment now of sales opportunities. Previously, they would hang from a contact record, but now a sales opportunity is an entity in itself. So if I go over to the nav bar on the left-hand side and click Opportunities, you'll see the opportunity view looks very similar to how it did before, but at the top, I've got List View, which is the familiar opportunity view, but to the left of that, Detail View. So I can highlight any individual on opportunity, click on Detail View, and this is now the detail of the individual opportunity dedicated to the full screen. Much of the information is as it was before, so I've got the status of the opportunity's name, how long it's been open, the estimated close date, and the sales process and the stage of the sales process. Pretty much as before. The detailed product that's associated with the opportunity is now contained within a tab in the lower half of the screen, which becomes available and visible when you're in the detail view on opportunities. So I can add various different lines of product to the sales opportunity. So everything that was there before is there still, except that because it's an entity now in itself, I can add a number of extra fields. I'm not limited to the 8 user fields that were available previously. Also, because the sales opportunity is now an entity, I can record notes, activities, histories associated specifically with that opportunity. Whereas in previous versions of ACT, if you recorded a history, it was just against the contact record. It couldn't be associated with the opportunity, but now it can. So if I went to the history tab, for example, and I recorded a new history, the history is associated in this case just with the opportunity and not necessarily with the contact record. So click OK. I've recorded a history just against this particular opportunity. If I click on the contacts tab, it will show me the contacts which this opportunity is associated with. If I click on, of course, on the contact ID, the contact name, it will take me to that particular contacts record. And of course, on the contacts record, I see the history I recorded against the opportunity isn't necessarily visible against the history of the contact. Sage have also done quite a bit of work in the report engine. So you'll notice in the nav bar on the left-hand side now is a report button, and you get a much more streamlined view of the reports. So listing all the standard reports available in the system, and by the way, there are some 12 or 13 additional standard reports that weren't previously there. You can look down and see quite a few extra opportunities reports here, for example, such as opportunities by record manager and process, opportunity and products listed by sales process and stage. The mind boggles. So quite a bit more flexibility in terms of what reports are available as standard, and of course you can go on and create your own reports as ever you could. But as is the case normally, most people only use a small number of reports. So this screen enables you to determine which are the most commonly used or favourite reports. And if you can get over the American spelling here, you can read down, and any reports that you would use on a frequent basis, you can just tick the box associated with that, and that report will become available in the favourite report. So no longer have you got to go searching for this report that you want to run. It's just going to be listed up here among your favourite reports. I can just click and run. Very simple. Click and run on reports, and away you go. The report's created on the screen. Sage have also added vCard support to ACT now. So what this means is that I can send an ACT contact record to anybody via email as a vCard. So if I wanted to send this particular contact record for Cecilia Carter, I could just right-click, send vCard. So this will open up a new Outlook email in my case. I'll just address that to myself, and you'll see it's attached to the vCard of the contact. So if I send that now and go to my inbox, just click send and receive, hopefully it will drop in pretty quickly. There it is. So as a recipient, here's the vCard. I can just right click, add to contacts, and Cecilia Carter now becomes an Outlook contact record if I save and close. The vCard function also works in reverse. So if you receive a vCard from somebody by email, you can use that vCard to create a new ACT record. If I just go to my Outlook inbox now, here's an email I received with a vCard attached. So if I right click and save as, and I'm just going to save that vCard temporarily onto my desktop. And then if I just go to my desktop and look at the vCard down here, if I right click and open with ACT by Sage. So if you use ACT to open the vCard, first of all, it brings up the contact merge option, which is the same component you would see if you were running an import. So what we're saying here is if you're creating a new record in ACT, you've got to just check to make sure the logic is set in order to deal with the fact that there could already be a contact within the database with the same username and name, customer name, etc. as this particular contact. And I can determine whether I want to replace the existing ACT record, or if one exists, or merge any new data in the vCard into the existing ACT record, etc. But if I'm happy that those are set correctly, I can just click OK, and it will just import that new record for Sam directly into ACT. So if I just quickly do a search now for Sam M, hopefully that should find Sam McCord, which is the record I just created from the vCard. I hope that's been a useful overview. Please get in touch with us if we can assist you further. If you'd like to get a free demo CD of ACT 2010, we'd be very happy to post one out to you, either the standard or premium version. Or if you'd like to see a demonstration of the web-based version, that's available too via our website at www.bluebirdcrm.co.uk. Or finally, there's a test drive on our website where you can actually log on through a terminal services environment and have a play around with the ACT 2010 just to explore in your own time without having to install the software on one of your own machines. Thanks for listening.